this to be seen, but in order to get better and to be better, you have to brutally, honestly break it down and go through it. So, I mean, it's a part of the job description. You know, people will try to run from it in the real world, but the great part about Iowa is I think they give us the real world here before we actually have to go face it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I love how we do things here, and that's just another part of it.
I'm not trying to get inside the room, but when it came to the topic of the conversation self-awareness, I mean, where did that stem from? What kind of sparked that discussion? Was it something as the coaches put in, or did you guys kind of
I
talk
mean,
about
we as a D-line group, we're super close. So if one of us sees something online or something that piques our interest, we'll throw it in the group chat. So we just saw something on TikTok, somebody threw it in the group chat, and just brought up discussion because we also try to. We're here for football, but at the end of the day, like we still have lives outside of this that we're gonna live and. You know, Coach Bell and Coach Neiman always do a great job of, like I said, bringing the real world into us and hearing our opinions and thoughts on different stuff outside of football. Because at the same time, that builds trust too. And I mean, I think it's fun to hear about people's stories and how they think and stuff they feel like about it.
What kind of, not very often that we're talking about missed tackling as much as it was on Saturday. Kind of, what do you see as what do you attribute that to?
I mean, I think first you gotta give credit to Michigan State. I mean, they have really good, talented athletes over there, like you saw on display Saturday, and I think it just goes to show how important the details are, especially when you're playing teams like that. I mean, they had guys that were turning 2-yard runs and 15, 20-yard runs. So just stresses the importance of good leverage, having your eyes on the ball carrier, getting 11 hats to the ball. And I think we've had done a good job of that previously, but like I said, when you play a good team, it exposes some of your flaws sometimes. And we didn't do a good enough job focusing on that during the game, but I know all week and leading up to Saturday, our coaches are going to do a great job of hitting that back in our mind, just getting back to the drawing board about the fundamentals. And I know we'll be better come Saturday.
Was it tough going back and watching that film and seeing all those?
Yeah, I mean, it was tough. It was disappointing. You never want to lose, but we're here to compete, and when you're in this league, you might not win every game. So that's just the reality of it. But it's part of the honest self-evaluation. We didn't put our best foot forward, so all we can focus on is doing it this Saturday.
Deontae, last time you played these guys, 4 stops at the 1-yard line, the turf coming out of the field. Where does that goal line stand rank among the moments of you playing football?
No, I talk about it all the time. That's definitely like one of my favorite memories ever. Like since I started playing football. I mean, obviously an iconic setting like Wrigley Field. Like it wasn't like it was at their stadium or here in Kinnick. Like it was at Wrigley Field, where one of the most historic baseball franchises plays. And knowing that we're right up there with that Syracuse goal line stand, was that 2006, 2006? That still gets played, and knowing that we're on that highlight tape with them now is pretty special.
Northwestern this year, obviously, they tend to always play Iowa tough. What is it about them that they bring to the table?
I mean, I don't think it's just that. I think it's everybody. They're really well coached team. They got really good athletes over there, experienced players, and I mean, I think they're very connected. I mean, I had the opportunity to take visits back when I was getting recruited to Northwestern, and just seeing how their guys interacted back then. I can only imagine that it's the same way now. So. It's always a dogfight, especially regardless who you play in the Big Ten. But like you said, it's always a good game between us and them, and I think it just goes to the respect that we both have for each other as programs. Like, when you play Iowa, when you play Northwestern, you got to put your best foot forward to beat them.
Deontae, I know you guys as a team had some pretty big goals going into this season, and with that third loss, some of those are not so much on the table anymore. I know you're a leader on the team, right? And how difficult is it to keep guys engaged right now, knowing that those goals are off the table?
I mean,
is it difficult?
Yeah,
I mean,
it has its challenges. I mean, obviously, I think it's more challenging for the older guys because we don't have as much time left as some of the younger guys on the team. So, whether it was after Iowa State, hearing Coach Farron say, like, we're not going undefeated. We're not going undefeated at home. That's obviously difficult. And then, here with 3 losses, that our chances for Big Ten title might not be there anymore. It's tough, but at the end of the day, we're still playing for something. Like, we play for the guy next to each other, and we still got a chance to get 9 wins and then 10, hopefully, if we make a bowl game. And we got a lot of memories left to make. We got 5 ball games left, and all you can do is just try to make the best of it and play as hard as you can.
Are those the things that are like the emphasis to the guys in the room right now?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, I know I talked about the future, but our coaches really do a good job of making us stay in the moment and trying to emphasize just the next play. So really, it's just after this, focus on the next meeting this afternoon. And then after that, focus on the next rep come Wednesday morning, and then film session on Thursday. So it's just one step at a time. You never want to. It's good to know the big picture, because that means you're aware of what's going on and what's happening. But if you focus too far out, you'll miss the little steps in between. That'll get you there.
Okay. I know Calvin Bell's a bit of a no-nonsense guy. Coming off a tough performance, does he give you some hell, or like what does the ensuing days look like?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the things I really like about not just him, but Coach Neiman as well in the D-line room. I mean, they're there to laugh with us and joke with us when it's appropriate, but everybody in there is mature and aware and honest enough to know, okay, like, we didn't play our best, so there's no time for jokes, no time for games during this meeting. Although we didn't play our best, like the good plays that came about on Saturday, they were still right there to pat us on the back and celebrate. But at the end of the day, we knew, they're hard on us when they got to be. They're coaches. That's their job. But we also do a good job as players to make sure we hold each other accountable too. So, I mean, I love Coach Bell. I love Coach Neiman. They're great guys, and it's been a blessing to play with them so far. So.
I know you got your first sack of the season. Does that feel like a weight off your back?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. I mean, I feel like I'd been getting close a lot, and I felt like I've been doing some good things, but I know I'm helping guys out there that are making plays too, and guys have my back, so it felt good to finally give to the group and have their back and try to create something happen. So now I just gotta keep taking steps, keep building off of it.
Anything, guys? No.
Go ahead, Jim.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, I'm probably doubling up on stuff that's been asked already, but just the last few defensive performances, giving up either 400 or close to 400 each game. What is it that's maybe separating last year's defense from this year? Is it just, missing a Cooper Jean out there? What are some of the things that have kind of made that difference this year?
I mean, I think for starters, you got to give credit to the other teams. I mean, teams have a great plan for us. I mean, they know what we like to run, and they have really good players, good coaches, good athletes too. So, I mean, I don't know if you can just attribute it to one thing, because I know guys are doing everything they can during the week and during the games to try to put a stop to it. But sometimes the ball's not going to fall your way. I mean, you see 2 weeks ago we gave up a lot of yards, but we were able to come out with a win. And then last week it didn't work out that way for us. So just getting back to communicating with each other, trusting guys to be in the right spots, and just keep playing as hard as you absolutely can. Because, I mean, as long as you do that, then you'll be happy with the result.
It's probably been a lot of years since missed tackles.
I got some good stuff with
Yeah, me too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I was thinking of